When the new game gets announced and we all go crazy about it, and then the trailer for it drops, and the hype starts building up, and at the end of the trailer it says pre-order now. That means that you can buy the game, but play it when it comes out like everybody else. Now you are probably wondering why on earth would I do that? And that's why you are here, to learn should you pre-order games? Pre-ordering games has two sides, one with perks and one that we will talk about later. Let's start now with perks. When the new games come out, it's often sold out immediately, especially if it's some popular game or a game that builds up a lot of hype around it, and that stops you from playing a game on its launch. By pre-ordering the game, you get to play it as soon as it launches. Pre-ordering is often an exclusive deal, so you pay a little more than normal price or sometimes even a normal price when you pre-order, but you get some in-game items that are exclusive only for that pre-order deal, and that's pretty much it. You get some exclusive items and you get to play the game as soon as it launches. If you think that I missed something, feel free to let me know in the comments. And now we are going to the bad side of pre-ordering games. You see, friends, a world in which the game is released fully functional is sadly over. Now games are rarely released in their best state. At the best you get a game with a few bigger glitches and a lot of small glitches, especially the AAA games. Indie game developers still get some title right. Well, some. Anyway, that's not a big problem if you are planning to buy the game normally. You will wait to see if everything works as it should, and then you will know if you want to buy that game. But if you pre-order, that means you don't know in which state you will get the game in. Sometimes at launch you couldn't even play the game. Some examples of this are Red Dead Redemption 2. On its launch, Red Dead Redemption was unplayable, and I am not talking about a few glitches. You couldn't even start the Rockstar game launcher. There are some people who successfully started the game, but they didn't get past the main menu, and that was until Rockstar released a new patch for the game, and even then for some players it still didn't work. Next one is the GTA Trilogy. When it was revealed that the GTA Trilogy would receive a remake, excitement was high. Launch day arrived in November 2021, and gamers were less than satisfied. The trilogy was full of technical issues, ugly character models, and visual errors, which should have been spotted during the QA phase of development. To placate fans, Rockstar offered the original trilogy to all customers who had purchased the remake via the Rockstar store. You see a trend here. The PC port of The Last of Us Part 1 has been nothing less than a disaster. Players were greeted with technical issues and absurdly long loading times, making the game unplayable for some. Since launch, many have pointed the finger at Iron Galaxy, the studio Naughty Dog entrusted with the port. This is common when a PlayStation exclusive gets a PC port. Even console players are not safe from this trend. One of the most recent examples of a bad video game launch is Cyberpunk 2077 from CD Projekt Red finds itself in one controversy after another. Initially, Cyberpunk reviews were mostly positive, but it soon became apparent that reviewers had only been allowed to play the game on a high-end PC. Cyberpunk on the base PS4 and Xbox One systems is a largely broken experience, with especially bad graphics and major technical issues. Some of these bugs and technical issues plagued the game on the more powerful platforms as well, with a Cyberpunk save corruption glitch serving as one of the latest problems discovered in the open-world game. Cyberpunk has performed so poorly on base PS4 and Xbox One consoles that CD Projekt Red has had to issue numerous apologies and offer refunds. Sony has pulled Cyberpunk from the PlayStation Store for the time being, while Microsoft has added a disclaimer to the game's page on the Xbox Live Marketplace. These are virtually unprecedented moves, harming not only the game's reputation, but the reputation of CD Projekt Red as well. CD Projekt Red previously presented itself as a consumer-friendly company, but then their reputation has been seriously damaged. I named only some of the games that flopped on their launch, but there are a lot more. And often the AAA studios try to make you pre-order by special deals, but not one that we talked earlier. They are not so bad. I am talking about getting you to buy the whole box of things for some ridiculous price like $200, and you get a figure or something like that from the game that you are not even sure that you will like it. And to top off that, add not being sure does the game even works properly. All of this problem arises from mistakes that AAA studios are making recently, which lead us, their players, to not trust them anymore so blindly, but I will leave that for another episode. Now, next problem. Imagine you pre-order the game. The game releases, and it works like it should. Let's say you paid $60 for the game, and then 1 month later it's on sale, and it's only $30, but you don't need it anymore. Well, that's exactly what studios want you to do when they release a new game. Let's make a simple board of potential customers, and don't worry, this will not be complicated. Here are customers that would 100% buy the game. They will pre-order as soon as they can. Studios don't have to worry about them. Next one are customers that are not sure if they should pre-order the game, Or should they even buy it? And the last one are those who don't care about that game. You see, studios' main goal is to pursue those who are not sure if they should buy a game to pre-order it. The formula for that is simple. Just install a fear of missing out on them. But how you do that? Well, you create a rush. You slap pre-order now everywhere. You give them exclusive deals. You just attack them from every side you can to make them feel like they are missing out on something. And you human beings don't like to miss out on things. And then when they all pre-order, you lower the price to make those who don't care about the game to buy. With this formula, they pretty much get the job done. And if they were lazy and the game doesn't work as it should, they will just fix that with next updates. Friends, we came to the end of this episode. I admit, this was a brief episode, but I think I gave you enough information to decide for yourself whether you will pre-order a game or not. I am not telling you to never pre-order a game. Just don't trust blindly. And if you are going to trust someone blindly, trust me and click that subscribe button. And this theme is over. Till next week, see ya.